You're listening to CBC Online at cbchs.org.
CBC Online with the Dugout Show. Coach Mason Horne, baseball coach. Coach, you guys sit here at 5-3, played 8 games so far. Talk about the early going.
We've been playing well of late, so we're heading in the right direction. We had a couple tough losses in there, but at the same time we're learning from those losses. So I'm very pleased of where we are. We got a tough schedule. We got Vianney tomorrow here at home. So, but again, we are learning from our mistakes, and that's encouraging.
So what are you seeing on the early going? What are some of the things that have kind of impressed you, and what are some things you feel you need to work on?
Well, I think the offensively, individuals have impressed me. Justin Paulson is really tearing the cover off the ball right now. Sophomore Jake Berger, who's hitting fourth for us, is putting the bat on the ball consistently. He's having great at bat. So, we can go up and down the line there. There's some individuals that are doing some great things. Overall, as a team, what I really like is the way we are learning from those mistakes. We're coming out every day and getting better. And, the old cliche, I don't really care how we start, it's just how we finish.
So what do you need to work on? Obviously you've seen a couple holes, some things that you're going to need to kind of tighten up. What does it look like from your point of view in the dugout?
Well, I think, again, and what we've been stressing in practice is just guys understanding their roles and understanding who they are as players. Ultimately all we can ask is that they need to embrace who they are and go out and do what they can do. And I think early on in the first, week of the season in the Troy tournament, we had guys going out there trying to do too much, and that's just inexperience and guys trying to prove who they are, trying to prove to their teammates how good they are. And, it's something we've addressed with the team is, look, hey, just, everybody's talented. It's why you're here. Just go out and control what you can control and do what you can do, and we'll be successful.
Again, this is the Dugout Show with Coach Mason Horne, presented by our friends at Technology Partners. And, let's talk about the program as a whole. I know you've been very impressed with the freshmen, really hitting the heck out of the ball. Talk about that freshman team.
Yeah, the freshman team, which we call Springfield, which is our C team. Okay, they're 5-0 right now, and I think they've scored over 60 runs in 5 games or something. So it's a very talented group. They're coached extremely well by Kevin Sullivan and Kyle Muse. And they're just going out and take care of business. There's some guys on that team that just got off a state hockey run. Okay, so there's a lot of guys in that group that only know winning, and they're out there to win. And it's talented, but at the same time they're playing it the right way and they're going after it. So it's fun to watch them. They're a great group of guys. They're really playing together as a group, and they're tearing the cover off the ball. So it's fun to watch.
Well, let's talk about that for a moment. You're talking about the hockey team winning the state hockey championship, and they come on into the baseball program, kind of bring that whole winning attitude. What kind of intangible and how huge of an intangible is that to have guys that right off of a championship level season jumping right into your program?
Well, I think that's real important. The thing about CBC is we have kind of bred this culture of winning, and I think as coaches we have to, there's certain things that you have to keep guys, mindful of, and that, winning and losing, isn't everything a lot of times. It's how you approach things. It's ultimately being who you are and having the courage to make decisions on your own and so forth. But at the same time, it's hard to take the winner out of somebody, and when they've had it early in their lives, it's addictive. And that's the culture of CBC, as you know. This is a winning atmosphere. So as far as guys coming from fall and winter sports and so forth, and they come into the spring season and they've had a taste of that, well, I think it's great for us because for the guys that only play baseball, they get around guys that are winners, and it elevates their game as well.
And again, as you look at your schedule, getting back to what you guys need to do at the varsity level, talk to us about the next 10 days or 14 days. This is a pretty key stretch for you guys.
Well, yeah, I'm a one day at a time kind of guy, so I'm not really thinking 10 days down the road. But at the same time, we've got Vianney tomorrow, and that's on our minds. We get into conference, ultimately, is what we're trying to say here. So, yeah, our conference is going to be tough. You got Vianney sitting 8-1. I believe SLU is 7-1. Chaminade, I think, is 500. DeSmet, is kind of hovering around that range. So we haven't played a conference game yet. So, and obviously, Vianney and SLU aren't 8-1 in conference, but they're having they've gone off to a great start. So, it's a tough stretch, but our whole season is a tough stretch. But we're really focused on tomorrow, and then after tomorrow, we'll deal with Thursday and we'll deal with Friday.
And finally, we're standing here at Cadet Park, a beautiful facility. It's really come a long way. Talk to us about the development, and of course, behind you we got the Purple Monster. So talk about how all that came to be.
Yeah, this is obviously this goes the grand plan for this place goes before I got here, but we were kind of stuck in a rut. The economy went down, and we were, basically we had to get back to the drawing board and say, okay, what do we want to do out here? How can we improve this facility? How can we make this unique to CBC and something that these kids will take a lot of pride in and play for? And we had to get back to the drawing board, and through the help of some extremely generous parents who have not only donated their money but their time and their effort, we've constructed this what we call the Purple Monster out here, and it's pretty big. So it's unique. We wanted something that was going to kind of have this sense of enclosure out here at Cadet Park, and we've got the chain link up, but that'll be covered with the windscreen, the same screen that you see on top of the scoreboard or on top of the wall. That's not completed either. We have a manual scoreboard that will be hooked up to there. And we've got to paint it, home of the cadets and 2010 state champions and all that kind of stuff. And once we get the purple windscreen on the fence, that's complete. We've done a lot to our infield. We've redone our infield. This place is really starting to look like a baseball field. And more importantly, my plan when I came in here was that I did not want a cookie-cutter high school field. I wanted something that was unique to CBC, something that when people walked in here, they said, well, we're playing CBC today, we better be ready to go. So it's pretty awesome. The kids are real excited about it. All the parents that have come out to early games so far, they've raved about it, and it's just again, it's something unique that no other school has. So it's pretty cool. And
again, the wall was paid for by parents and donors, and yes, constructed by baseball parents and donors, which was kind of a unique situation.
Absolutely, very blessed for their efforts, and the fence and the wall was 2 years of people again being extremely generous with their money in these hard times. And I think that tells you how much you really got to raise to get stuff done these days. But again, through their generosity, we've got a park now that the kids are really excited to come to every day and play.
And the plan is for more improvements to come, and we'll talk about that at another time, but this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. We've got plans already drawn up and ready to go for dugouts, a mini clubhouse, storage facility, dugout on the first base side. We've got 2 new tunnels we want to build down the third base line. I mean, my mindset is it never stops. So everything's on paper. Now we need to get blessed and have more parents step up, or more donors or alumni or anybody that's CBC family to step up and let's get this done. And again, we'll talk a little bit more about that next time, but good stuff. And Coach, good luck in this stretch. It's Technology Partners with the Mason Horne Dugout Show. We'll catch you next time. All right, thanks, Rob.
CBC, Men for Tomorrow, Brothers for Life.